The first reason that eating this way will increase your testosterone is because you'll be getting a ton of saturated fats. Now, contrary to popular belief and contrary to the mainstream media, really the mainstream propaganda, saturated fat is not bad for you or unhealthy for you or dangerous for you in any way. I've sort of refuted that point in much more detail in a prior video that I'll attach here in one of the cards. But in short, the entire vilification of saturated fats and the idea that saturated fats are harmful for you is nothing more than ideology. It's not based in scientific fact at all. And if you watch that video, there's actually a lot of really scientific fraud that went into sort of constructing that narrative of saturated fats being dangerous for us. Saturated fats are not dangerous for us in any way. This should make sense to us logically as well. If we go back to like the era of like the cavemen and whatever, the only fats they had to eat were saturated fats, because saturated fats are really the only fat you find in nature. Saturated fats are what's on like a cow or a goat, for example, like on their literal body, or even in their milk from which you can make like butter or whatever. That is all saturated fat. In nature, there really is no such thing as unsaturated fats. So if saturated fats were so bad for us, then how did humanity even get this far? Unsaturated fats have only been available to us in like the last 125 years, and in that time is where we've seen most of the disease. Prior to that, like let's say earlier than 1900, heart attacks weren't even a thing. So it really just does not make sense to say that saturated fats are causing heart attacks and other health issues when those heart attacks and those other health issues have only really been prominent in the last 125-ish years. And prior to that, humans were eating a bunch of saturated fats. In fact, that was like all we were eating. Yet we never had those issues. Again, it just doesn't make sense and it's completely backwards.